Alright, today we're going to be taking apart a AT&T Samsung Galaxy S4 and a US Cellular Samsung Galaxy S4, and we're going to be looking at the differences to see if the screen off of the US Cellular Samsung Galaxy S4 can be used on the AT&T Samsung Galaxy S4. There are several differences in these two phones. So we're going to see if we can change out enough stuff here to make that good screen off of this phone work on the bad screen on this phone, and see what we can do. Okay, I've already taken apart the screw, taken out the screws. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there's a total of 8 screws. There's another one right here. Must have counted that little hole as a screw. Anyway, I've already removed the screws out of this phone, and we'll take it apart now. It comes apart really easy. There's not a whole lot to it. Just got to get it started. Okay, I found that the easiest place to get it started is right here above the volume. Just put your fingernails in there and separate it. Now this pries out like this away from the phone, away from the screen I should say. Once you go around the whole thing, and it just comes right off. How about that? That's the USB cover, it fell off. Okay, now there is one more screw right here we need to remove. I got the wrong bit. And this is a magnetic tip screwdriver. You want to use that. It makes it so much easier to deal with these little screws. Alright, then you're going to want to take apart all of the connections on the motherboard. And again, I just use my fingernail for this. They got some fancy plastic tools that may help, but I think it's just as easy to do it this way. Alright, you can see on the AT&T S4 that it does say i337 on the back of the LCD here. Okay, now on the US Cellular phone, of course you've got your stickers here too, but on the US Cellular phone on the LCD it says I545L720. That's not going to make a difference though as far as what we're trying to do. I do notice one difference right here. The US Cellular phone has an extra antenna on the left side, right here, running down. Connects right down here. The AT&T, however, does not have that. So that would be one difference that we're going to have to change. So if we take off this part and we use this one in place of it, I think we're going to be alright. Okay, so to change that out, we're going to need to take this little guy off right here. And I'm not a technician on this kind of stuff, but I'm just pretty good at figuring things out. So we take that off. That'll stay with the old screen. And we're going to take all of that out. Basically, we want to change out this whole piece and put it over here. Shouldn't be hard to do. It looks pretty easy. Okay, scratch that last idea. It will just be so much easier to I'll just not use the antenna, it looks like. Okay, I'm putting everything back together on the US Cellular phone here. Everything fits together real easy, just back to where you got it from basically. This is the At&t motherboard and US Cellular screen. Got everything hooked back up here. Of course, well, no, don't put that little guy back in there. And this is just a tester. We want to see if this is going to work. And if it does work and you leave it this way, you're obviously going to want to cut that little guy off of there. Take it apart and pull it out. Let's see if we got any juice here. Uh-oh. So we know that the screen will work, obviously. And there's our At&t symbol. Nice screen background, Derek. The Wi-Fi is connected. No SIM. Obviously, I don't have a SIM in it. But we do know that the screen works. Now, there could still be one small issue, which would make you have to change out that little guy going around through there. That just pops right up out of there. It's fairly easy. The antenna, that's just, or the cable there for the antenna, that's nothing. You can use the same one as far as that goes. But this little blue board right here, you can pop that right up and you can change that over very easily. If you had any antenna issues, you might want to consider doing that. But basically, we know that the screens are the same, so everything else can be changed as far as parts go. So if you do have a broken screen and you're able to pick up another phone with, say, a bad ESN or something like that, you could change it if you got a little bit of knowledge and some patience. I actually did this in about 10 minutes, so there's not a lot to it. Just putting it back together now is opposite of what you did from taking it apart. And there are a lot of videos on YouTube on how to take them apart and put them back together and things like that. But the only reason I made this video is because I didn't really see anything in particular that to this, to let you know that you can use other parts. Obviously would have to be a Samsung Galaxy S4, but from what I'm taking out of this, it looks like about any Samsung Galaxy S4 screen, regardless of the model number, will work on any other one. However, your motherboard, things like that, that's going to be specific to what you want to use. You would obviously want to use the motherboard from the carrier that you're going with. So, thanks for watching.